Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So amazing to have you here. Thank you so much for clicking. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe for more notifications of when I come out with videos, and comment below to say hello. So this video is going to be about some of my experience aboard MSC Cruises, specifically MSC Divina, because that's the ship that I'm currently on. And they're taking care of special dietary needs, which quite frankly isn't very good. And I hate to say that, especially on cruise ships, because I'm such a proponent of cruise ships with transformations. You know, I'm a travel advisor and I specialize in cruise ship retreats for corporate execs and small business owners. And I was really disappointed in the inclusiveness of the food environment. And I was very shocked too. Like, I've told other passengers on the ship that I've been meeting up for dinner with, that for being in 2021, for such a lack of gluten-free options, which that's what I am, and a couple other things, I was very surprised. Like, on other cruise lines that I've sailed with, like in the buffet area, they go ahead and they mark if something is vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free. Like they are very open on what they have to offer, and they have so many offerings. And that is not the case here. So much bread, so much pasta, but no gluten-free options for this at the buffet. So fail on there. Same thing with desserts. So many gluten desserts, which is great for the people who aren't gluten-free like me. But as a gluten-free passenger, is a huge letdown that my only option for a dessert is fruit. Like, come on. And this is for, again, like, being in 2021 is just so, it's like 10 years ago. I feel like people who were strict gluten-free 10 years ago, I feel like this is what they used to deal with. And that's why I say, like, I'm very shocked with the cruise industry, because I know, and I'm going to be sailing upcoming on a different cruise line, and I am sure that they are going to be more inclined to special dietary needs than they are here on MSC. Now, I will say I did appreciate a phone call from, well, I got a notice to go ahead and call reception a few days ago. And I went ahead and called, and they were asking me how my special dietary restrictions were being taken care of. And in the dining room, great. I will give MSC that. The dining room has been wonderful in accommodating my gluten-freeness. But I did point out to them that other than the dining room, it was very hard, because even I tried to get pizza yesterday and they do not offer a gluten-free crust. Who doesn't, like, even if I'm getting delivery from a local place, they have gluten-free crust. So I'm like, I feel like MSC, or at least maybe the MSC Divina, is in the Stone Ages when it comes to dietary needs. I don't know. But I went ahead, I voiced that opinion, and the lack of, like, snacks in between, so I had to, like, make sure I get my fill during all the main meal times. And she had pointed out to me that the only place that is, I guess, registered or certified to deal with gluten-free is in the dining room, which I thought, well, that's great, but the dining room isn't even open for lunch. So I'm going around the buffet upstairs during lunch periods when the main dining room isn't open, and I'm having to navigate, and really the only choices that I have are whatever the protein is. And you know, I do have to say, I do have the privilege that I do not have celiac disease. This is for me with my autoimmune condition, to make sure that I reduce the inflammation so that I don't get, like, all the crazy symptoms like I had last year. But that's another story. So, but I'm able to navigate and, like, okay, veggies, let's grab veggies. Okay, meat, let's grab meat. Fruit, let's grab fruit. And that's how I've been able to at least eat a little bit. But I have been disappointed too, because I try and reduce / eliminate my intake of dairy. And so when I look at things like salads, and then they have cheese on top, and I'm like, oh my God, it is just, and then you can't get other options. Like, what's there is there, and they are not helpful in assisting you with anything else. It is just so frustrating. And I think that is one of the main reasons or major reasons that I'm like, I cannot wait to get like back home, and I cannot wait to sail on this different cruise line upcoming to try them out, because I am like almost 100% certain that they accommodate much better. So while I would love to recommend MSC as a wonderful cruise line, which the crew has been great, I have loved the shows on board, it's a gorgeous ship. If you have special dietary restrictions, I can't recommend that you sail with MSC Cruises, specifically the MSC Divina, but I would think whatever they're doing here, they should be doing on all the other ships. And that is very, very unfortunate. My hope is that if anybody from MSC listens to this, is that you take this feedback and please do provide the inclusivity in menus and dining everywhere on board your ship, not just the main dining room. You need to have snacks available for people to eat. You need to have like a wide variety of foods. When people go up to the buffet stations, like things need to be clearly labeled. And you need to have a lot of options, like a lot of not just gluten-filled food options, not just dairy-filled food, because gluten is not the only restriction that people have. It happens to be like the major one for me, but for some other people it's nuts. Other people it's dairy. Other people it's seeds. You know, everybody has their own thing, and that is, I feel like if you don't have any dietary restrictions, it's a free-for-all. You're gonna have a lot of fun on here. But if you do, I would avoid MSC Cruises until someone, especially in their food and beverage department, steps up to the plate and decides that they need to be more inclusive. So that is my review as someone who has special dietary needs on MSC Cruises. If you have any questions, especially on how I've navigated these past couple of days on board MSC Cruises with special dietary restrictions, please make sure to comment below, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have, as well as suggestions if you're looking for them for alternative cruise lines to try out that I know are more inclusive in their dining choices. All right, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a like if you have learned something new or this has been useful, and I will see you next time.